So more bad news for the United States agriculture industry, citing Donald Trump's economic policies and also shrinking cattle herds. Tyson Foods are closing two plants in the United States. They're closing Kansas and Pennsylvania plants with a loss of 5,000 jobs, unfortunately. That's a lot of people losing their jobs. Folks, the source for this is MSN and also USA Today.
We have some breaking news. Trump says trillions of dollars are pouring into the U.S. because of his tariffs. But here's what he's not telling you. President Trump just posted this on Truth Social. In just 3 months, trillions of dollars and record numbers of jobs have been pouring into the USA. This is because of my tariff policy and our great November 5th election win. Sounds impressive, right? Except there's just one problem. There's literally no data backing any of it up. So let's break this down. First, tariffs are taxes. They're paid by American importers, not China. So any money pouring in is coming out of our own pockets. Second, the U.S. ports are shutting down right now. Not a single cargo ship from China is bound for California's biggest port. The port of Los Angeles is completely empty. Officials say they haven't seen this since COVID. Third, we are not in a hiring boom. Retailers, shipping companies, and manufacturers are already laying people off. If this is a financial revolution, where are the jobs? Final point, if trillions were actually pouring in, the White House would have receipts. But they don't, because this is, again, a political stunt, not an economic reality. But follow me on my Instagram and Substack. I'm posting everything there right now.
So I just watched one of my kids go through the process of trying to get a job. And this job market is absolutely fucked. When I was my child's age, you could just walk into a place and pretty much get hired almost on the spot. People talking about, I mean, she was competing with a high school diploma with people with college degrees to get a front desk job. Like full grown adults are competing for jobs with somebody coming out of high school who just needs the job for like pocket money. You know what I mean? Like, our economy is fucked. And not only that, she couldn't even get callbacks. Like, it took 2 months for her to get a job, a summer job, just like a summer job. So the economy is fucked. And anyone who says anything else, especially people my age, oh, you should just do this and you should just do that. Fuck you. You don't even know what you're talking about.
Hey, you guys, you've probably seen these dismal job numbers coming out of the Trump economy, which is creating some of the worst employment numbers in a decade. So what's Trump do? Fires the person who released those numbers instead of actually making a real plan. And the reason Trump can't make a real plan is that for Trump, like all these billionaires from Betsy DeVos to Charles Koch to Elon Musk, the plan is actually cutting jobs. And if they can't cut jobs, cutting worker pay. They don't have an economic agenda apart from making the rich richer, keeping working families a source of cheap labor, and doing some union busting to make sure all that actually happens. Firing one more worker whose job it was to report how many other folks are out of work is just the latest proof that for these billionaires, the fix is in.
I have worked all over the country. I have worked all over the world. What is it about Los Angeles, California, where you're working a job and they decide to just pull the rug out from under you for no reason? You didn't do anything wrong. You did everything that they asked. You did actually extra, more than they asked, for free, might I add. And then they pull the rug and they know your story, that you were literally homeless to housed. And they do this. Like, what is happening in Los Angeles, California? Because I have barely lived here for 9-10 months. And this has now happened to me twice. So I'm being lied to. I'm being told, it's going to be something. It's something else. And I'm asking questions and not getting responses, not getting answers. And then having the rug pulled out from under me. Like, it's not adding up for me. It's not making sense. There's like a disconnect that's happening for me. I don't understand why, but I'm over it. So I've quite literally worked at different establishments for 6 years minimum, 8 years regularly. I've worked, like I said, all over the country, all over the world, and I have never had this happen to me, not even just once, but twice. in the same city, the same type of job. Is it the job? Is it the company? It's not connecting. I am not here for it. Maybe we need to do a little story time on this, because it's just giving, this needs to be talked about. And I would like to use my platform to do that. I also just do not believe in being treated poorly or unfairly or being lied to, especially when I know you're lying. So we're going to maybe break this down, but I just wanted to ask, is anybody else going through this, especially if you live in Los Angeles, California, where you're working a job and they're telling you one thing and it's something else, and begging you to do this, you do that. You might even do more for free, which I think is illegal. Nothing shady, but you're basically being asked to work for free, some instances. Is it the business? Is it the business owners? We need to break it down. But if there's anybody here in Los Angeles, California, do you guys go through this regularly? Like, this is a normal thing? Like, you sign up to work a job and like there's literally no stability there. Like, at any given time, they could just lie to you and tell you that A, B, C, D, F, G, whatever the fuck it is. I don't know. Please let me know in the comments, because I definitely need to know.
Tyson Foods may be the first really big story that comes out of the Trump administration's tariffs. Let me explain. Tyson Foods is America's single largest food producer. When the Trump administration levied tariffs on virtually everything, it was supposed to result in companies wanting to produce more domestically. But Tyson Foods looked at the numbers and decided that it was more profitable to ship still more of their processing and food production overseas. They are shutting down multiple plants and laying off thousands of employees. Tariffs are increasing their feed and machinery costs, and their labor costs also continue to increase as immigration continues to be restricted and a large percentage of their workforce are immigrants. Tyson Foods isn't concerned with the price consumers pay at the supermarket. They are concerned only with their profit margins. Now, you might think to yourself that Tyson is a crappy company, and you don't buy their products anyway. Well, I don't like the company much myself, and I'm not impressed with their product, but that doesn't mean their production won't impact both you and I. Even if you never bought a single morsel of Tyson Foods products. Food is a global market, similar to how the oil market is a global market. The United States doesn't import Iranian oil, but when Iranian oil dries up, the price at the pump will go up because it's supplying the global market. This is similar to how Tyson Foods will impact everything. When the price of Tyson chicken goes up, the price of all chicken goes up, even at your local farmer's market. This is how pricing of supply and demand functions. And as I said, even if you don't eat Tyson Foods, tens of million people are reliant upon those cheap groceries, although cheap might not be the right word to be using these days. The price of that rotisserie chicken at the supermarket will increase regardless of whether or not it's a Tyson product, but it probably is. Neither Tyson or this current administration cares if this pushes millions of people one step closer to hunger. It's all about the bottom line. And the bottom line has not, does not, and will never care who starves in order to increase that bottom line. And if any of you are thinking, well, we'll just develop new production, that will take years, even decades to develop. And that development couldn't even possibly begin as our system is currently. Our current system is designed around the monopolization of every industry. We would first need to fundamentally restructure our economy before we could have the thousands or even tens of thousands of small producers required to replace that one corporate giant. That same corporate monster is going to remain the dominant power. You're just going to pay more for its dominance. I'm all personally in favor of breaking up these corporate giants, particularly in our food industries. But to make these needed changes and transitions requires intelligence and planning. It will not come about through the erratic and irrational actions of a psychotic ping pong ball suffering from Tourette's syndrome.
And if you were wondering if you should go the extra mile at work today, don't. I literally just got laid off yesterday, and today makes my 4 years of service at that company. And for every year you work there, you basically get like a better severance package. So I asked, hey, it's just a 1 day difference. Can I get the 4 year one? And they said no. Mind you, it technically is 4 years of service yesterday because there was a leap year within my years of service. So yeah, these corporations don't give a about you. Go take off early, go to happy hour, and enjoy this Friday.
So I am packing up my office, and I was doing fine until I got a text from somebody I used to work with years ago, and we've stayed in touch, and we're good friends. And he just let me know that he talked about it with his wife, and if I needed a place to stay, because my job is connected to my housing, that they have made room for me. And like, this isn't somebody that I went on vacations with or like even had that kind of relationship with, but it's somebody that was on a team with me once that was like the team you dream of being on. And people care. And it's coming from so many different places. And for that, I am just like so thankful.
So I keep hearing people saying that these jobs are not hiring. They need a job. They've been applying for months and months. And I actually went through the same thing, I have been working for myself for years and years, but when I actually decided, hey, I'll take a job for a little bit, I couldn't get any calls back. And the thing is, everybody is looking for a job at the same time. It doesn't matter if you have a degree or not. So many people are going and taking jobs like Starbucks or Walmart or McDonald's because they literally cannot find anything, even though they have a degree. So the thing is, it reminds me of 2008. Now, mind you, I was only 18 in 2008. This is an age reveal. Yes, I am 34. Thank you. I know I don't look 34. Appreciate it. Anywho, they are saying that there are jobs out here, but when you apply, there are so many people that are applying for it, they may get someone who already has experience, and you may actually be overqualified. And that's probably the issue that you're facing.
People that you have elected, all right? You Republicans have elected. Ronald Reagan took us off the gold standard. Not a good idea.
No, for fuck's sake. You know we all have access to the same internet, right? The United States went off the gold standard in 1933 under Franklin D. Roosevelt, a fucking Democrat. The same racist fucking Democrat who created redlining, the discriminatory housing and lending laws aimed at the black community. But continue on. Let's hear some more great words of wisdom.
Tyson Foods is a pretty big company, right? There's one town in Missouri that's got, the town is 3,000 people, and 2,200 of them worked at Tyson Foods. Their jobs are now lost because of moronic orange face.
No. Let's read this shit together. Tyson Foods closed 2 chicken processing plants in Missouri in October of 2023. The plant in Dexter, located in Stoddard County, closed on October 13, 2023, affecting 683 employees. The plant in Noel, located in McDonald County, closed October 20th, 2023, impacting approximately 1,500 workers. So, can you tell me again, who was the president in October of 2023? I'll wait.
The whole idea behind orange faces, tariffs that don't work, even your hero of the last 50 years is Ronald Reagan. Even your hero says that, he said 2 things. Assault weapons don't belong in Americans' hands, and number 2, that tariffs don't work. So, talk to him, you fucking idiot. Number 2, he said that the reason he's using tariffs is to bring back jobs to America. Tyson Foods has stated themselves that that can't happen because of tariffs. They said it, not me. They said it. They can't build new plants here because it's too expensive from tariffs. So you and fuck your mother.
I really like this recent survey that had young adults rank what their traditional definition of success is, and they actually ranked wealth fifth. First was mental health, and second was kind of physical health. And I found this really interesting and potentially promising, and I hope that, this is a sign of a larger shift that's going to happen in the economy. And so this Wall Street Journal article talks about the survey and also kind of talks about and interviews some young adults who are kind of not chasing the traditional markers of success. Things like wealth, status, career achievements. And, I think this represents a potential, not just generational preference, but potential relook at how we think about success in our culture. And I think part of this has to do with the specific economic landscape that young people are in, where, they feel like they can't get ahead and reach these traditional markers of being successful, like owning a home, sort of the American dream. And I think when they feel like the traditional contract no longer works out for them, a lot of them are just kind of rewriting the entire script and thinking, okay, what does a successful life even mean to me? And, if you grow up seeing quote unquote successful adults working 60-hour weeks, on antidepressants, feeling burnt out, and still struggling financially, your definition of success could naturally shift. Maybe you'll start wondering yourself, what is the point of wealth if it's just going to make you miserable? And I think social media has amplified this shift as well. Previous generations compare themselves to their neighbors, and this generation, or the digital generation, compares themselves to everyone, everywhere, all the time. And I think we're starting to see how a lot of these traditional status symbols are starting to feel hollow, because these days everybody knows someone who has more money. And I'm really hoping that kind of this shift will start where people start thinking more about their values and how their money can potentially align better with their values. And so there's always a lot of headlines about Gen Z and how they're lazy and all of this stuff. But I think so much of Gen Z's financial behavior is rational for their economic reality. Like when housing costs have gone way up, but wages have stayed relatively flat, when student loans follow you around forever, when retirement feels impossible, why not just prioritize things you can actually control? And I feel like a lot of young people are essentially saying, if the traditional path to financial security is broken, let's just define security differently. And I think we see these kind of trends of young people choosing experiences over things, mental health over money, and sort of flexibility over status. I'm truly hopeful that this is a sign that we are entering at least some sort of post-materialist economy where we start to reevaluate our relationships with consumption and start to think more critically about how we actually want to live our lives and what is important to us.
Plants, leaving thousands of jobs in limbo. And the reason? Trump's trade war.
So, I don't want to hear one MAGA cultist, one MAGA light, one maggot have anything to say to me, because Trump was going to bring back jobs. Trump was going to make America great again. Trump was going to make it. You have caused a depression. Tyson Foods, big billion-dollar company, is making their remaining factories automation. Automatic. You know what that means? That means quiet. That means no people. That means they're doing it for cost because of whose trade war? Your orange Cheeto Puff God cultist maggot leaders. I hope you're happy, because each and every one of you voted for them should now take whatever paycheck you have and give it to somebody that lost their jobs. You did this. All because the businessman is going to make America great again. You did this because you didn't want a brown woman running the country, because women are so emotional. But we have Trump having a Twitter war on his site with Russia moving nuclear subs because of what someone said online. You have Trump doing all of this. But you know what the best thing is? None of you, not one of you will be like, damn, out loud. You're not going to be like, damn, maybe I fucked up. Ooh, I fucked up. Nah. Because you know what you're going to say? Oh, well, Biden. Oh, well, Obama. Oh, well, Hillary Clinton's email. Like, I'm done with y'all. If you support Trump after this, you are either a pedophile.
What do you?
you are a pedo, or you support pedo, or if you're a woman, you're supporting your man that's potentially pedo. I'm done. Because you guys will not learn. Not at all. Tyson Foods is closing their American companies because of the trade war. They are going to other countries, and if they have anything here, it's going to be full automation. Meaning there's going to be minimal human beings in that building to keep things up. You did this. So yeah, tell me, MAGA, we great again yet? Because all you've gotten us is racism and job loss. That's the exact reason why Trump fired the lady reporting, because they gave false information, and when she told the truth, you ain't doing that on my watch, fired her. You know what? What about those Epstein files?
A shocking child labor scandal at Tyson plants has been exposed. Court documents just unsealed in Arkansas reveal that children, yes, children as young as 11 years old, are allegedly working overnight shifts in Tyson Foods processing plants. In September of 2024, the U.S. Department of Labor filed warrants to inspect 2 Tyson facilities in Rogers and Green Forest after hearing about this horrific situation. The goal of these inspections was to uncover records about underage workers, some reportedly as young as 11 years old, y'all. This is insane. And it gets even worse. In Green Forest, a mother overheard middle schoolers casually chatting about working overnight shifts from 11 p.m. to 8 a.m., and they didn't even know how to withdraw their paycheck from the ATM. In Rogers, a teacher reported one of her 14-year-old students working at the plant. By July, investigators were already observing kids who appeared to be under 16 years old walking in and out of these plants, and they suspected that these children were working in hazardous and dangerous conditions. And here's the kicker. Tyson denies everything. They claim that they follow labor laws, don't hire minors, and are cooperating with the investigation. But let's be real. If these accusations turn out to be true, Tyson is putting children in danger just to make a profit. So we have to ask ourselves, how many other big corporations are exploiting child labor to get rich?
Grocery prices are the highest they've ever been. And this is all under Trump. This is Trump's America. His tariffs, his policies, they caused this. Hold on, let me fix it for you. There we go. Bidenomics, Democrat policies. Yep. So when the Democrats posted this chart, a lot of people pointed out what Biden did. Democrats deleted their post. Idiots.
Yo, what it is? Our waves is, skin is going crazy. That's that skincare for you, bro. I take good care of my skin. But, no. A lot of y'all been inboxing me about how Tyson Foods is, and I'm finna give y'all the whole little mini rundown about it. Mini rundown. But, Tyson Foods is a good company. I've been here for like a year, 8 months. I ain't had no problem except for one with my dispatcher, but he long gone now. I got a new one. We decent. You know, everything back running. I run out of Chicago area. So I have to go to Rochelle, Illinois, which is an hour away from me to pick up my loads, or I got to go to Joliet, Illinois to pick up my loads, or whatever the case may be. My schedule is pretty much Monday through Friday. Like, I'll be home no later than 5 p.m. Me and my dispatcher, we locked in like that. You know, I ain't working nothing else. I ain't working on Saturday. I ain't doing none of that. But, Tyson, man, like I'm averaging about 27 to 3,000 miles a week. Like, no lie. And I'm only regional. I'm not even OTR. And the reason why I'm getting those type of miles because I'm in the Midwest. And the Midwest freight is going crazy right now with Tyson. Like, we cover like, Tyson regional is different than regular regional if you've been ever working in regional. Like, we go to Texas, we go to Arkansas. Arkansas and Texas is regional. Goddamn Nebraska. You know, we just cover a lot. So you're gonna get the miles. You get $35 each trailer you drop. You also, get paid for your birthday. You get paid for holidays when you come in. Each holiday you get paid. You get, like I said, you get your birthday paid. You get a safety bonus every 3 months. Safety bonus be going crazy. It ranges from 300 from the first quarter, second quarter is 600, third quarter is 900, fourth quarter is 1200. As long as you don't hit shit. Now, if you don't know how to drive, then I don't know what to tell you. You ain't getting that damn bonus. What else? Pretty much, man, like, it's like the benefits is good. Everything is just good here. Like, I don't have no problems at all. You know what I'm saying? I encourage anybody that's any female or any male, whatever, any trucker, period, male, female, no matter who you is, if you stay in the Midwest, Tennessee, Indiana, Kentucky, Illinois, goddamn it, shit, Wisconsin even, go with Tyson. I'm trying to tell you, they gonna get you straight, man, and the money is there. Like, they don't play about their drivers. They make sure you get paid. Every dollar you owe, they gonna definitely give it to you. Also, layovers here, a motherfucker. We got $100 each, every 12 hours. It don't matter if you got a customer. It don't matter if you wait on a load coming out. If you know how to use your layovers and stuff like that, trust and believe, you gonna make money like that too. Also, the only thing I really don't like is, like, we do customer loads. We really do plant to plant, but we also do customer loads. So your plant to plant and on regional, I can't speak for OTR, is dropping hoods. So I'm pretty sure it's dropping hoods with, OTR as well. But I know for sure that every time you go to any plant, it's just a dropping hood. And, the customer loads like Walmart, man, that's the only downfall about it, because every customer has to unload you and count every last box on that trailer. And man, it ranges from down there 4 hours. Anywhere, I ain't gonna even say 4 hours. The least I've been at somewhere is like an hour and a half at a Walmart, to anywhere to, if you go to Meijer or you go to Kroger, man, you ain't leaving up out of that joint till like, it depends on what time you come in, but you ain't leaving up out of that pipe for like 6-7 hours. That's my experience from it. But yeah, man, Tyson is a good company, man. I encourage anybody that trying to trade, trying to want better, not even trying to trade jobs or switch jobs or whatever, that want better for themselves. Come here and shit. Inbox me for my driver code, bro. I can put you in,
Thank you for watching Great Minds Blacks.